Hello everybody, welcome back to my movie review series. Today we'll be discussing Thor, Love and Thunder. Just finished watching it. You know how we do it. I'll give you my overall impressions and grade after reading logistics about the movie as provided by Google. If you have not seen the movie and would like to, based or not based on my recommendation, you're going to shut off the video because there will be spoiler alerts. We're discussing the plot synopsis and any character development, and any similar movies or major themes. So I really liked Thor, Ragnarok, and superhero movies are not my thing at all. So I thought this one might be a little better, or like at least similar. It says Thor, Love and Thunder, rated PG-13, originally released in 2002. It is an action/science fiction movie. I just say straight fiction movie. But an hour and 59-minute runtime. You can watch it for free with a regular, or you can watch it with a regular subscription to Disney Plus. It says, Thor embarks on a journey unlike anything he's ever faced, a quest for inner peace. However, his retirement gets interrupted by Gorr the God Butcher, a galactic killer who seeks the extinction of the gods. To combat the threat, Thor enlists the help of King Valkyrie, Korg, and ex-girlfriend Jane Foster, who, to his surprise, inexplicably wields his magical hammer. Together they set out on a harrowing cosmic adventure to uncover the mystery of the God Butcher's vengeance. Budget of $250 million, did $760 million at the box office. 68% liked it on Google, 63% liked it on Rotten Tomatoes, and 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb. What did I think of this one? Definitely a huge step down from this, Thor Ragnarok. Again, I really enjoyed that one. I thought it was playful, I thought it was fun. Again, superhero movies aren't my thing typically, but I thought that one really worked. Not super in the Marvel Universe. I don't know all of the plot lines and developments of the different characters from these different movies. But I gave this one a go, thought it'd be pretty interesting, and I did not enjoy it. So I just thought it was pretty aimless in the plot. The character development wasn't much there. The romance was rather weak. The dialogue and the banter was alright, but just nothing novel. In terms of superhero movies, extremely trite and cliche plot development. So overall, I'm going to give this one a C-. Not off-putting, just definitely a huge step down from Thor Ragnarok, and superhero movies aren't typically my thing anyway. So if you've not seen the movie and would like to, you're going to shut off the video because there will be spoiler alerts. So the movie opens up, you meet Korg, or the God Butcher guy. He is basically in need of some help from the gods. He gets, his daughter passes away, and he's getting laughed at by this other god person. And he is able to kind of like summon the sword and kill this guy. And again, rated PG-13. It's not, the violence is not gory or anything. But he's able to kill the one of these gods, and he point being is he wields this sword, and now he can kill people or kill the gods. And so that is your main antagonist, is the God Butcher, played by Christian Bale. And then you get some background on Thor, again, pulling the different plot lines from the different movies of where he has, some relevant development. But I guess he's got an ex-girlfriend, Jane Foster. She is getting cancer treatments, she's on chemo, and she's kind of like a normal person, a normal human being, but then she's able to wield the hammer and become a Thor person as well. So that's what's going on with her. But Thor goes and helps. He fights, he gets called to help. And you have some cheesy narration over the top, but he gets called to help. He helps this little blue species beat some other people that have overtaken their facilities or their kingdom. And he has got, Jane is the one wielding the typical Thor hammer, and he's got like this I forget what he calls it, but just like a giant not hammer, but like axe thing. And so he fights with those people, and then he gets gifted. He quickly ends the battle. He's gifted like 2 goats, which are annoying. So they just scream the whole movie. Which again, why is that put into any characterization? Just blind screaming. But again, this society is run by 14-year-old children who absolutely never develop. So somehow screaming is entertaining to anybody. But that was off-putting. But regardless, he's now got these 2 goats, and he's gotten well wishes from this little blue team. And so he gets called to, I think the next thing they do is he just, you have your typical kind of Guardians of the Galaxy, different characters, like Groot is in there a little bit. Loki, played by Matt Damon for a brief amount of time. but I guess his brother had died previously, and I didn't forget what development in the Marvel Universe that was. But regardless, he's fighting. He gets called to action again, and he's fighting again. The God Butcher guy, he like goes in the Shadow Realm, and again, just more broken physics or whatever. But they're fighting on Asgard, which is where Thor's from. And while they're fighting, the God Butcher is able to like kidnap a bunch of their children. And so the God Butcher takes them to an unknown place in the universe. And Thor, Jane, Jane's fighting with him. It's his ex-girlfriend. They meet back up, but then they go back to, I don't know if it's Asgard or just wherever, some physical location. But King Valkyrie is there, and it's a lady. But basically, they're just having like a town hall meeting about what to do about all of their stolen kids. And so they basically decide that they need a ship. King Valkyrie has a ship that they can use, and so their mode of transportation is these two goats that are like magical, and this like boat ship thing that they turn into like a spaceship. And so they go to they want to assemble an army of gods and get some support and go rescue their children. And so they go to where Zeus is, who's supposed to be the god of gods. It's played by Russell Crowe. And so they go to this land of the omnipotent, I believe they call it. But regardless, they go to this area, and they're able to wear some cheesy disguises. But Zeus basically calls Thor down there, and he like blows his clothes off, which was a big preview like in the trailers before the movie came out. But he's kind of like he's got lightning bolts holding him down. But Zeus is like we're not going to help you. Asgard problems are Asgard problems. It's a big assembly of these different species, and blah blah blah. And so from there, Zeus throws down his thunderbolt as his power thing, and Thor is able to just like rip apart the magical lightning holding him down, and he gets the lightning bolt and kills Zeus. And so he throws it right through Zeus's chest, which again doesn't even make sense in terms of keeping the consistency of the powers. If Zeus is the highest power god, Thor wouldn't be able just to do whatever he wants, but that's what we're going with. And so you have a brief interaction there. Nobody's going to help them, and so they have to fight off a bunch of Zeus's guards. And past that, they go back. They attack and beat Zeus's guards. And so a couple other scenes of Jane, getting cancer treatment. But now they also have these Thor is able to like interact with the stolen children, because again another minor plot character development that I didn't notice. But I don't even see the character. Kieran Dyer's character, little kid, but he has like glowing eyes, and he's able to communicate with Thor some way about where they're at. And so basically, the God Butcher is luring all of these people, he needs Thor's axe thing to open up, and you get some more thing where it's like they have to go to the actual center of the universe, which physically doesn't exist. And then there's this omnipotent thing there that if the first person that reaches it, it will grant him any wish he wants. And so he's trying to lure Thor and Thor's big axe thing with the kids. And so after they fail to get their army of gods, they go back to their hometown for a little bit or whatever, some other minor scenes, and then they get to the resolution of the movie where they're going to go rescue the kids. And so Jane is basically, her cancer treatment's not like working because she keeps using this hammer, Thor's hammer, and so Thor's like, if you stop using your hammer, you might have a chance to live. Again, although the banter is very dry and supposed to be fun and witty, which again wasn't bad, it's just again the backdrop of the plot was just very underdeveloped, nothing novel for a superhero movie. And in definitely comparison to Ragnarok, this one was not nearly as witty or fun. And so she's in her bed, being left off for battle, and Thor is going to go rescue the kids. So he goes to this place, he quickly finds the children, or they originally go, so they all kind of go, before the final battle, they all go to this planet of darkness where like literally there's no color. So it's like it goes from a color movie to like a black and white movie for, 15, 20 minutes. But they fight the God Butcher. Valkyrie gets stabbed in the back. She's fine. But they just have another fight scene on this planet of darkness. So then after that, that's when Jane's in the hospital bed being told, don't use the hammer anymore. And so Thor he's able to locate the children through his contact with the kids. He finds them. The God Butcher is again trying to open up this eternal, omnipotent being thing to get his wishes, which again is going to be his daughter to live that died in the opening scenes. And so another big fight scene. Thor is able to impart his powers onto the children. It's another action sequence. Valkyrie doesn't fight with him there, no, but Thor is getting kind of like he's in trouble, and Jane decides to go and help him. So she becomes another Thor person and finds the place where they're at and helps them fight them. And so the God Butcher is able to open up this little portal where this eternal thing is, and both Thor, Jane, and the God Butcher go through there. And then they're on on a really peaceful place with clouds and this big animated thing made of the universe, just like galaxies and stuff in a form of a human being. But basically the God Butcher wishes for his daughter to live again, and she does. And then Jane Foster is like, she won't be alone, meaning in death, and Jane then passes away. But the daughter of the God Butcher lives, the God Butcher dies, and Jane dies. And then the resolution of the movie is Thor being the love and thunder, basically being him being the thunder and her being the love, I guess. And so she has some more powers where she can zap people with energy beams out of her eyes or something. And so a couple minor scenes at the end. But then you see some Valkyries training the next generation of Asgardians to be able to have self-defense classes. And Thor and the daughter of the God Butcher go to fight these bad people that are now attacking somebody else. So that's really the resolution of the movie. Just overall the plot is, again, just one really bad guy, people trying to save other people, fight sequences, and there was just absolutely nothing novel, and especially in comparison to Thor Ragnarok, this was definitely a step down for me. So overall, lower end of just nothing. Wouldn't call it off-putting, but just definitely didn't do anything for me. So overall, if you have not watched it and you've watched this far, you've probably already seen the movie. So thank you for watching another movie review, and I will see you on the next one.